Okay, so 2a is going to be after our pi plate, so we're just going to do 2b right now, and it is a calculator question, and it says determine the value of cotangent of 12 pi over 5. Well, a couple of things. You don't have cotangent on your calculator, so the first thing that we need to do here is say my definition of cotangent is 1 over tangent. I'll write that up here. This is a definition of cotangent. It's 1 over tangent. So if I write this, I can say cotangent of 12 pi over 5 is equal to tan of 12 pi over 5. And I really want you to notice that whenever you have an angle, the angle doesn't change. Okay? So I don't write 5 over 12 pi. I don't ever do the reciprocal of the angle because the angle that's here is the same angle that's there according to our formula. This can get confusing because we have done reciprocals in the past. If we had cotangent of theta was 2 over 3, then we could write that tangent of theta is 3 over 2. So there's a couple of ways that we can do the reciprocal. We can do the reciprocal with the ratio, which I've done on the right here. So the ratio gets flipped. Notice here too the angle stayed the same. So the angles never change. So if I want to figure out the exact value of cotangent of 12 pi over 5, I'm going to need to go to my calculator and type that in with tangent because we don't have the cotangent button on our calculator. If you have the fraction button, alpha y equals allows you to write things as fractions, so I'm going to write 1 over, and on the bottom I'm going to write 10. I'm going to use the fraction button again. The nice thing about the fraction button is you can have things match up perfectly with how you wrote them in your notes or how it shows up in the textbook. Pushing enter here, we find out that we have 0.32 to the nearest hundredth. And it's just a matter of typing things into your calculator correctly. It's not super easy because there's a lot of things that we talked about here that could mess you up. You could accidentally flip the angle. Then you're going to get a wrong answer. You have to know the definition of cotangent is 1 over tangent. Questions for practice are 6 and 11.